Well, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing really, really well. As you can see, we got a little bit of rain this last week, so I was able to have a campfire. I love having campfires in the summertime. My family and I we just love that. I got some other chairs over there. That's for Kayla and Harriet. Kayla is our daughter. Um, if you don't know already there, but um, they just went in the house for just a little bit, a little camera shy there. They don't want to be on the video. But anyway, I wanted to wish all of you moms out there in America, I wanted to wish you a happy Mother's Day because this is actually Saturday evening, but by the time that this goes live, well, it'll be Mother's Day. So I just wanted to wish you all a happy Mother's Day, and also not just for you ladies in America, but everywhere around the world. I know your Mother's Day is at a different time wherever you live in the world. It's probably, I'm sure it's a different time of the year, but I just want to, even though you're not in America, well, you moms have a wonderful day. You just have an awesome day because this world is so blessed with all the moms, and I tell you, obviously there wouldn't be people in the world if it wasn't for moms, that's for sure. I truly thank God for my mom. My mom, she's still alive, and I'm very blessed. I'm so thankful for that. And my family and I, we plan on going to see her tomorrow, and it's going to be really nice to get together with the family and see my mom. Um, I was thinking before making this video, I wonder what I'm going to share this time. But I got to thinking, well, goodness, I know exactly what to share because actually I went back to my home area where I grew up there this past week, and actually I went to the little country church that I was raised in, that I got saved in. And what happened is my one of my cousins passed away, and I went to her visiting hours there and I saw a lot of people that I haven't seen for years. It was just really, really nice to see everybody, and my, how things change. And I couldn't help myself. I drove by. I drove by where the homestead used to be, where I grew up, where Mom and Dad, Dad built the house, and Mom and Dad together, they built that house, and they raised us kids at the time, and they raised the family there at the old homestead. But things have changed so much. I couldn't help myself. I had to drive by there. I could have took a faster route, but I wanted to go through there. So I went through, and of course, the house that I was born and raised in, well, since it has since burned down. That was a number of years ago, probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. The old homestead, the house burned down, and the trees going. It was only on not even quite an acre of land, but I remember my dad and I, we planted the trees around, because it's all like farmland, so we planted trees all the way around the property, and the trees are still standing. They're still there. And there's a big old spruce tree out back where I built a playhouse. Not, excuse me, playhouse. Pretty hard to put a playhouse up in a tree. A tree house. I can't edit this out, folks. I'm stuck. Anyway, you got the point, okay? Tree house. Anyway, I built a tree house in that tree. That tree, it don't look like it grew an inch since I was a kid, and that was many years ago. I can't believe that tree. It hasn't grown hardly at all, but it's still alive. I don't understand it, but anyway. The trees are all around where the house used to be. Well, somebody else bought the place, and they put a really nice new home there. It looks altogether different. And this has everything to do with what I'm about to talk about with my mom. She was so right. She was so right, what she told me years ago. And anyways, I went on down through, and I went to the little village where I used to go to elementary school. Would you believe the elementary school is still there? I'd show you a picture of it, but I can't. I'd have to be able to edit. It's a process, but anyways, it's just an old elementary school. But I went there, and it's still standing. Hard to believe, but it's vacant. They haven't used it or anything. The ball diamond is growing up to trees and bushes and things like that. But the swing set is still there. And it looks like the swing set that I actually used to swing on when I was in elementary school. So it's hard to believe. Please forgive me for looking kind of rough, folks, because campfires, smoke, need I say more, you know. And if you wear anything very good, well, you'll get something from the fire and it'll burn a hole in it. So anyway, there's a bird laughing at me, I think. I think that's what it's doing. It's going, see? Oh my goodness, I gotta be foolish, folks, or silly, I mean. I don't blame the bird if it was laughing at me. Anyway, get back to my story. You know, on my way home, I did the math, and I got to thinking, well, it's this many years since I graduated from high school. So, and then I did the math, went backwards there, and I realized that there I was standing there taking a picture, right exactly at the time, almost exactly like I would have graduated from that little elementary school when grade 7. It would have been around the month of June, so we're almost there. So it's almost to the day 50 years. Where does time go? I don't know. My land, I can't believe that. 50 years later, if I could have looked ahead, and I used to stand on, now kids don't do this at home. If there's any kids listening, we used to stand on those swings. And you folks know what I'm talking about. We'd get on that swing set, and it wasn't enough to sit there and swing. You'd have to stand up on it and just about take the thing right up around, you know. Well, that's us. We had the greatest time, but you know, so many years later, I never would have dreamed that I would be standing there with just my phone, taking pictures on a phone, cordless. Back then, it was just a landline, the old-fashioned phone. Almost back in the telegram year. Not that far back, but almost. But you know, the years, they sure pass by. But what I wanted to get at is, you know, when I graduated from high school, of course, I worked for farmers and different things like that. But I got it in my head. I wanted to go to, my fire's getting down a little bit, and I can't put wood in it. But anyway, what was I getting at now? Well, I wasn't sure what to do, so I got it in my head. You know, I always kind of liked electrical work. So to make a long story short, I was going to go to college that fall. And I went so far as to go down, and I went to the town where the college town, I went to the college, I checked it all out. I even looked for a place to live where I could stay. Everything was all set to go. But you know, the peace of God, I just didn't have. I'm not saying now, if you're planning on going to college, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go. That's a good thing to go to college and get a good education. It really is. But for me, I had a gut feeling I didn't feel at peace about it. And I knew if I stayed home that it was going to be a long, tough winter because there wasn't a lot of work in my area. I didn't have much experience either. But I didn't bother going to college that fall, and I remember sitting in the kitchen and talking with Mom. Now, this is where the story is going. My mom, the advice that Mom would give me. Uh, she said, Mark, it might seem hopeless and dark right now, but just give it some time. She would tell me that life is like a book. It's like chapters in a book. You're early on in these chapters in this book, but I'm later on in that book, and I got experience. And I tell you what, Mark, things might seem kind of bleak right now, but excuse me, it's not gonna. She said, she used to say, things never stay the same. They never stay the same, and you'll see that things will change. Things will change. She was so right. And down through the years, I've seen those chapters in the book pass by, and now I'm just about to retirement years. And she was so right. I'm so blessed that my mom is still with us. She's still with us, and I'm so blessed. We are so blessed. And I look forward to going to see her tomorrow. I'm going to tell her I made a video especially about her advice that she would give me, because I never forgot it. I never did. She was right. Things never stay the same. Things do change. It's not snowing, by the way. That's ashes coming down on me. It's not that cold. It used to be here not too long ago, but it's not bad now. But Mom, she was so right. Things never stay the same. They do change. They certainly do. The house I was born and raised in, or not born in, but I grew up in, it's gone, long gone, and so many things changed. You talk about memory lane. Early last week I was going down memory lane. It was so interesting, but it was so strange. It was so very strange. But Mom, she was so right. She was so right. Things do change, and sometimes they don't change for the better. I know I'm talking to some folks. Well, Mark, that's all good for you, but things didn't change for the better for me. You just keep trusting the Lord no matter what. No matter what. A lot of things in this old life is not easy. And it might seem like I've had a perfect life and I've lived in a perfect world. It hasn't been perfect, folks. The only thing that really, really worked out was marrying my wife. And I forgot to finish my story. I never went to school that fall, and I had to go through that winter. And it was very boring, but Mom was exactly right. Things do change. Do you know, in the spring, my uncle, he helped me to get in working for the town garage. And I worked for the town garage, and I earned good money. And that spring, I met my wife. I met Harriet. If I would have went to college, I never would have met her. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't go to college, because maybe your wife might be in the college you'd be going to. You got to go with the peace of God, with God's leading. It's so important. But I met my wife in the spring, and here we are today, so many years later. And I tell you what, it's worked out for the best. It really has. But like I said, I know I'm talking to some folks that things haven't worked out the way that you have planned. There's things in my life too that haven't worked out the way that I had planned, and there's things that I don't like to share. Put it this way: being married and having Harriet for my wife, having Kayla, our daughter, well, that's worked out perfect. It really has. There's other things that haven't worked out perfect. It's not always easy. I haven't had a perfect time of it, And a lot of you folks, you know what I'm talking about. Things haven't been perfect for you either. I'm talking to some folks that things have been very imperfect. And you've wondered why? Why, Lord, why? Well, you just keep holding on, I'm telling you. Keep holding on to Jesus. And maybe things will never change and be what you would like in this life. But you keep hanging on to the Lord and trusting in the Lord. If you trust and never doubt, He will surely bring you out. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. That just come to me real quick. You know, I need to have my old guitar handy, so that I was thinking that I need to have that handy so I can just grab that real quick and whip that out and sing a little chorus real quick or something. I need to do that, and I will try to sing more often, because I do like to sing. I've been so busy, but anyway. Well, that's pretty much it, folks. I'm so thankful for my mom, and all of you moms out there. You have the best Mother's Day, and I want to pray for you folks, because there's some moms I'm talking to that you've had a really, really hard time. You haven't seen your son or daughter, or son and daughter. You haven't seen your family, some of your family, maybe in years, and it don't look like you may ever see them. I just felt to say that. I know there's folks listening to me that that's the way it is. My heart goes out to you, and I mean it. I really mean that. I want to pray for you folks before I let you go there. Besides, my hands getting numb. I tell you what, you folks all together, you're not light on the end of this. I'm just being silly, folks. I'm just joking, but you know me. I like to joke around. But anyway, I got to pray for you folks because, well, just because. Oh Lord Jesus, the best that I can, Lord. I try to hug folks, because so many people have told me that this is the only hug that they get. And Lord, you love them so much, and I do too. I love them. I love these folks so much. But I know that there's nobody that loves them like you do, Lord. And I just so appreciate each and every one that's listening right now. Lord, I pray for each and every one, especially the moms. Lord, I want to focus especially on the moms. I feel to say this. There's some dads too that you've been a dad, but you've been like a mom because you don't have your wife anymore, or they've maybe moved on, or things didn't work out, but you've had to raise your kids, and you're being a dad and a mom, both. But anyway, you know who you are. But Lord, I pray for each and every one right now that you would just touch each and every one. Lord, I pray that you would release a wonderful blessing for each and every one out there, especially those moms, Lord, that I've mentioned, that they have sons or daughters. They have family that their family they've moved away, or they've had sharp words with each other, and they've had arguments and things didn't work out. And their son or their daughter, they just don't bother with them anymore. Lord, I pray that you would intervene some way, somehow, and take all of these negative, bad things and turn them around some way, somehow. Oh Lord, I pray that you would comfort that one. Lord, I know I'm talking to some moms out there that they have sons and daughters they loved so much, and they're gone now. Something happened, whether it's an accident or whatever it is, whatever it may be. I don't like to say all of the ways, maybe the reason why their son or daughter is gone, but they know. They know I don't like to say what I really don't like to say. There's so many reasons why that they don't have their loved one anymore. Lord, I pray that you would touch them right now. Oh, the tears that are coming down, Lord, you see those tears, and that you hear them when they fall. It's like that old song. You walk along with us, and you take us by the hand. Tears are a language God understands. The Lord understands. He truly does. He understands your sorrow and your pain. And, I pray that the Lord would help you to enjoy, I know I'm talking to just certain moms, and you moms that have a really good family and everything has been really good, I know you understand. I know you do. But there's some moms that they really dread Mother's Day because of the pain that they've endured. Lord, I pray that you would really, really touch that mom that's listening. And I pray that in spite of the way that things have been, Lord, I pray that you would bring some peace, and so much peace and joy back into their life, and what the day that they dread, that it wouldn't be so bad after all, thanks to you, Lord. I don't know how that you can do that, Lord, because there's so much pain in this person's heart. But Lord, I know there's nothing that you can't do. And I know just words spoken by faith that touches their situation, it can minister to them. I pray that that would be the case, that you would really minister to that one, oh Lord, in Jesus' name. Oh, I thank you so much, Lord, for hearing and answering prayer by faith. I just believe that you hear and answer. Thank you so much. Well, folks, that's pretty much it. I do appreciate each and every one of you so much. This video is just a little bit longer than normal, but I felt it very important to pray that prayer, especially for the moms that are hurting out there. It's my prayer that every single mom out there, that you all have an awesome, wonderful day or night or whatever it is whenever you see this video. I just hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And the Lord bless and keep each and every one of you, all of you folks. Please forgive me, that mosquito was trying to get down my mouth. I tell you what, folks, they don't bother me too bad because I eat a lot of garlic. Well, within reason, you know. They don't like, I guess they don't like my blood. They don't bite me too bad, actually, because of that. But that one there thought it was going to dive bomb in my mouth, and there's just no way that's going to happen. I'm not gonna allow that. Anyway, oh my goodness, please forgive me for being so silly sometimes, folks, but gotta keep life interesting. And anyway, God bless and keep you all. You all you moms especially, you all have a wonderful Mother's Day, and you all take care. And as I always say, bye for now, but just for now. Bye for now. You all take care, and until next time, just keep looking up. We're seeing some strange things happening around the world here. Last night it was unbelievable, the northern lights, and they're supposed to be out tonight, but as you can see, it's rather cloudy, so I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see them tonight or not, but anyway, I love you all. You all take care. Bye for now.